Welcome to Ami's Punjabi Cooking USA. Today I'm going to make kofta, meat kofta. Usually I make a lot. Today I'm going to make just enough for 2 people. This is turkey keema. You can use chicken, beef, pork, whatever you like. Today I'm using turkey. I like the flavor of it and it's lower in fat. Now I washed, peeled, boiled 1 potato, which I'm going to grate now, and I'm going to add to the meat because it makes it softer. If you don't want to do this, you can use breadcrumbs, but breadcrumbs makes the meatballs a little bit harder. They taste fine, but they're a little harder. So I prefer potato, just a little, half a potato, and this much meat. This is half a pound of meat. Okay. I'll show you the rest of the ingredients. Salt, always to taste. Cumin seed, very small spoon. Turmeric, haldi, bay leaf, cinnamon stick, and this is cardimom, whole cardimom. I'm going to break it and put it in. Dry ginger powder, oil, couple of tablespoons. Cherry tomatoes, which I froze, they were fresh from my garden. I use that. Little ketchup and masala, onion masala. You go to my video to see how I make onion masala, which makes cooking so much easier and faster. So I'm going to 1 egg for binding, which is optional if you're allergic to egg, whatever. You don't have to use it, but I use it. And fresh ginger, which I use both for the curry when I make the gravy and in the meat itself. It gives nice flavor. And again, you can go to my video and see how to freeze fresh ginger. Okay. All right. Now, out of these ingredients, some of the salt I'm going to add in the meat and a little bit in the gravy, because gravy is not going to be that much. And same with ginger powder, a little bit in here. And just mush it, mix it together. It cooks very quickly, so you don't really have to. As you can see, it's like atta. Add the egg now. I'm going to put the heat up a little bit. Because it's electric, it takes time for the pan to heat. This will make you make golf ball size balls, maybe about 8 of them. If you want bigger or smaller, that's totally up to you. Okay, I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of oil, and as I say, this is a couple of tablespoons. This is probably 2 onions, and this is going to make enough gravy for this much. Put the heat up. At this time, add the bay leaves. Oh, maybe I didn't say cloves. 4 or 5 cloves. Cinnamon stick. These are all for flavor, and once they start to sizzle, they give good aroma. Now, if you use garlic, this is the time to add garlic. Crushed or cut finely. I don't use garlic, but now is the time to use it. Once it starts to sizzle, then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. break the cardimom. So the seeds are out for the flavor. You don't eat the seeds, but they give good flavor. It will start to sizzle in a couple of minutes. Now you can hear it sizzling. Now I'm going to put in the center, I'm going to put the cumin seed. Get roasted for a few seconds. Mix it. Then add haldi, turmeric, ginger powder, and salt. Stir it. Now at this time you add the fresh frozen ginger. If you add ginger earlier, it becomes pungent, kind of a little bit bitter. So now is the time to add it. Let it melt. This is a very quick dish to make and it comes out really, really delicious. Okay, as you can see, the color is turning and ginger is melted and sizzling. Add the crushed tomato at this time. About 2 tablespoons. 2 to 3 tablespoons, depending on how much you're making. For this much, 2 tablespoons is enough. Now, as I say, in the season, when it's really hot summer, the tomatoes are really, cherry tomatoes are really red and the color comes out very nice. These are a little pale because it was the end of the season. So what I do to give it a little color and a little consistency to the gravy, I add ketchup. Heinz ketchup, because it's not very savory. They don't put too much vinegar in it. So about a couple of tablespoons of ketchup. You can see the color and the thickness. The consistency is really, really nice now. Turn the heat low. Always remember to turn the heat up and down as necessary. Turn it still further low because we have to make the balls now and add to this. But before we do that, we have to put about 2 cups of water. Now this is the gravy for your kofta. Turn the heat up a little bit. And once it starts to boil, turn the heat low and to start putting the meatballs in the boiling. Now wet your hand a little bit so it doesn't stick. You can make them bigger, smaller. I like this size. See, you can see it's boiling. Just put it in the middle. And when it's done a little bit, you'll see the color changing a little and it won't break. Anyway, it's got egg for binding in it also. Now turn the heat lower. Number 5 on electric. I don't know what your number is. Now, as you can see, the color is turning a little on the edge at the bottom. I don't want to turn it yet because it can break. So let it boil a little bit. Now, you do the same to the rest of the keema, and we'll come back to it and I'll show you how it's done. When they're all done, we'll come back to it and it'll take about 5 more minutes. It took us about 3 minutes. All the meatballs are in. I said we'll get 7, 8. I made them a little bit smaller, I guess. I got 3, 6, about 9 of them. See the color changing and they're sizzling. Now, if you turn it now, it will not break. Remember which one you put in first. You turn them first, and the ones you put later, turn them later so they won't break. See the color changing? They were pink, now they are like yellow. You will notice I do not use any kind of paprika or pepper but when you add your dry masalas, you can use red pepper or any kind of paprika if you want your food really hot at that time. I just don't use it. Now, after I've turned them once, they've all been turned. It's a nice thick gravy. You can see the gravy is really nice. Okay. This meat gets done very quickly, but I'm going to turn the heat low now, about 3 on electric. Cover it and simmer it from 5 to 7 minutes. I will come back to it and see how it looks. Now the meatballs have been boiling for about 5 minutes. Now we are back. I just switched the heat off and see they're still sizzling, and they swell up when they're boiling. They swell up and they're going to go smaller once I take them out of the pan. I'm going to dish them out. Now, if you use beef, the color is much darker. This color is light because it's turkey, and chicken comes out even lighter than this. So, as I said earlier, you can have it with rice or with the naan or chapati, whatever you like. Now, it smells really good and it looks good. Now I have to get the dhania for garnishing from the freezer. Bay leaves obviously you don't need, but leave them in for the flavor. As always, I have to remind you, as soon as you take it out, use it, run back to the freezer and put it back. And that's your meat kofta ready. Guys, if you like my video, subscribe to my channel and click the like button.